Welcome to the Open Space Committee meeting, December 10th, 2 p.m., 2024, and we are being videoed at it's 2:05. Okay. My cheat sheet out. All right, has everybody read the minutes from the last meeting and the site walk?
They should work. Cross out Sutton Douglas. That was not from the last meeting.
Okay.
I forgot to erase that. I'm going to cross it out on this one.
Right.
It's been redacted.
Yeah. Is that official? All right.
So I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the November 26th, 2024 meeting as amended, and the minutes from the November 30th, 2024 sidewalk meeting.
I second that?
I'll
Oh, can I not? I can't second it? Okay. Somebody else?
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great.
Half an eye,
Aye.
half an eye.
Half an eye, yeah. Half a tooth. All right. All right, here's our agenda.
All right.
Yep. All right, let's see. Signs, budgets, oh, let's.
No,
The
sidewalk,
results, yeah,
even.
yeah, all right.
So I haven't had time to sit down because I want to,
You want to
take
move
the-
your mic down because there was a woman, Susan Foley said she couldn't hear the minutes from our meetings, so, our conversation.
yeah, that's okay. I haven't had a chance to take this map that he drew up, plus our site walk map, plus some of our earlier site walk maps, and
Put it all,
make a triple overlay on it to
Really?
get where we need to go.
right, and the pictures to see what the flow of the water was at the different locations that you probably took them at to see, okay, well, this one, it showed the water this high, and then it's very low now.
Yeah, they didn't add, because I know we had walked further, so if you were in the back facing Catherine's house, where we walked up, we had actually explored further to the left of that, and I know there was an existing trail over there that we came up along the stone wall, so that's that. Then plus when we were walking out to the right and back, we went closer to the stone wall for a path that wasn't there. And then plus the path that he picked out, like I told you,
Close to the brook.
on the other side of the
Yeah.
other side of Keven Brook, is was not an ideal location.
Right.
So I've got to study some maps to figure out a couple little things on the downside of that hill, then get out there and explore and maybe mark it.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, and,
Need some tweaking.
right, and I think, as far as possibly finding out more about different accesses to the property as well.
Yes, your letter was nice.
I think, did you do an AI on that? He AI'd my letter.
Oh, okay.
What she asked.
Which.
Good.
Yeah, and I thought the only thing that I had a problem with that was it brought up the topic of a bad entrance on the other side right at the beginning, rather than like leaving that for the, another, paragraph. I kind of wanted to save that part
Yeah, I think you need to tell them why you're writing to them.
at the very beginning, rather than just compliments. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Outreach is good.
I'll forward the email, the AI letter to everybody.
Okay.
Okay. I need a sheet of paper. All right, let's see. But yeah, I think, there's a lot more exploring to do on that piece of
Yeah.
property.
Yep.
And, we've got what they have to put in, and we can get back to them later if we want to or not. So,
And it also gives us some, especially for the parking area and stuff like that, what we want to target anyways, we've got prices, which is good to, so we can follow up on some grants or something or other for that.
Dick and I met out there last Tuesday and took the path in. Especially, he had asked for some information from Matt about it and there was absolutely nothing on the printout that he gave you that showed that it wasn't more than 14 feet wide. So it's almost, it's not on, if you go online and the GIS, that 14 additional parking area is not included in there. So it's only the path.
Yeah,
But
but the GIS on the assessor's office online, that's not the all-in, not all-in.
Right. No, doesn't mean it's not there.
Right.
It just doesn't show up everywhere as being existing. So I was going to question the assessor about it, but,
Yep.
there's other connections and things that maybe it would be better because that rock, just to move all those things are just, so when we walked over there, we were like, well, if you want to get a horse trailer in off Southeast Main Street, you're going to need the 14,
Yeah.
You're not going to.
No, it's not
But
going to happen.
if you could pull in there and go past the rocks and just make a turnaround kind of where just before the stone wall that we have to make way through to clear, or in that, as soon as it opens up, right in that top high basin, you could make, some kind of a parking where you could pull in and back in and unload and things like that, if you had to.
Don't go down that path,
Okay,
honestly.
all right, because you have other ideas. And
No, it's just, it's tight. There's a lot of people that are not very good at backing up their trailers.
Right.
it would be like
Honest to
a
God.
nightmare.
So, yeah, so you don't want to get somebody in there that's stuck that literally needs to be rescued.
Right,
So,
so you're
don't,
not a horse.
and that's
It's
a
not a
narrow-
horse location possibility.
Everybody has different sized trailers too, so.
right. And it goes in, then it goes down, and you'd have to kind of level it off, and
Yeah, we were
it's
almost like
not-
it's
it's not really worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also,
do it
Not
right.
for right there.
Right.
the 14 feet may be a nice theoretical 14 feet, but the boulders are going to,
Well, that's the whole thing, yeah.
so you're going to have to get the boulders out to get the 14
Yes.
feet.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, we were like, well, what could we do? Just push them when we were out there. We didn't try.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What else? I've got so much stuff written down everywhere on these notes. But, all right, notes from site walk, okay. There is hunting there. You'd said. Okay. All right. Well, and then the letter is basically to approach from the other side. And, yeah, I don't mind sending it, but
Yeah.
the reason I felt like, I've been putting it off, is because that same person has just taken a piece of property out of 61 for their daughter to build a piece of house with her husband. And it's actually on the Bading Brook side of the Vine Street, so it's on the different opposite side. And then there's also 2 pieces of property that have been carved out of that knoll, like when you come around, that don't belong to the big 61 owner there. So 2 different people. And I'm not sure if it's where they had the pig operation, or it doesn't seem like it.
I thought that was across the street on the other side.
Right, that's the side that the 2 owners are, different owners have 2-acre properties there. So maybe running alongside them, or, there's a corner that's much closer to the road that would be in the far northwest corner of the Keevan property, but
Don't know until you
on the
try.
other side of the brook, yeah,
Give it a shot.
yeah, yeah. There's no phone number. I would have probably started with the phone, but nobody has a phone number anymore. so.
Yeah.
But, okay, so Sue send letter. Okay. Signs, budgets, and requests for the conservation area. So I didn't write down when, I didn't see when the next May meeting, when in May it is, but you also have to get things on the warrant beforehand. So if you're dying, you can go. We've started the meeting, you can. No? Dick? Where am I starting on here? Oh,
What about the cheap and dirty?
upside down.
They put this on a tree,
Uh-huh.
up high enough that it won't get hit.
Or stop the vision of the person pulling out of the driveway nearby.
You make it 2-sided, just duplicate what's here on the backside, it's 2-sided. And it's cheap and dirty. We can make these for about $20 a piece.
They're just, that's a temporary sign, though.
Absolutely is temporary.
Okay.
Yeah, cheap and dirty, temporary. So we can start putting them in critical places. People have asked for this. And then we can also show that we're making progress on the budget side of the house. So that we have signs, we have places we can put them or not. Can't put them for some reason.
Signs on the budget side of the house, what do you mean?
You need a budget to get money.
Right, right.
So people can see we're making progress. It's temporary, yes, very temporary,
Yeah. It's great,
but it's better than nothing.
absolutely, yep. What's it made out of? Some kind of a board?
It's a fiberglass stuff like they make
Yeah.
This one is
Like
an
a
extra
cutting board?
of the signs that we put out. For our little project we did.
Yeah, I remember, yeah. Great.
So if you want these, we'll put them up.
I would almost think for now, instead of trying to take it sticking out, because there's no parking lot right there, if you pick a tree inside and just put it, so here's the road, make it parallel to the road, so when you're going by,
Like a
you just
mailbox?
see it. No.
Like, well, that far out, I mean, you don't want it catching traffic, but,
Yeah, it isn't going that far.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, 4 feet
Yep.
and you're far enough away.
all right, and you put another one on, just like that, just drill it in the same way?
And have 2.
Well, you said the backside.
This backside, just duplicate what's here. You don't need another one of these.
Just put it on the backside of that.
Within the bounds of the board, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you make that? Got spare time there? Thank you.
Dandy dandy.
I told you, I have a workshop and I can do most anything.
In your little man cave, huh? Yep.
Yes, my man.
All right, yeah, we'll start with that one.
So,
Yeah, but you
So
have to
the budget.
notify the people first that it's temporary. Because they look at that and say it's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's temporary.
Who do we notify?
Who asked
who
you
was
to put a
asking us to
sign
put
up?
the signs up, the Keevan family?
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, all right. I mean, they don't live around here anymore, so they probably will never see it, you know? But
Didn't somebody just ask you,
the son lives, I think, up in Princeton or something. And he came to a meeting to say, you know, it's been a few years now, what's going on? So we can notify the son,
yeah,
yeah.
Okay, so what signs do we want to ask for in the budget?
We need to make a list of all the, you've got your yellow ones that we're waiting to see if there's a sale on a yellow one that's, 4 inches by 8 inches, that does the trail
8
directions.
by 12, so, okay, so
Parking.
this is what, I know we have $200, so do you want me to use that money to do
We
the
have
Leon?
$300,
Okay, so
yep.
to have signs made up for the, like the Leon Mazinski property?
Yeah,
I
the
can
ones,
get them designed up and see what the price is?
yep, and then just keep this one in the budget too, you know, we can keep enough out for Dick to do that, or $20 or whatever.
So I'll see what that costs, but then we eventually want a nice sign for Keevan.
Right.
you
So-
do.
But we
Actually, I
don't
like
know
the-
where to put it yet, really. I mean, if we had some trees taken down in there and at least one place to park, then,
I know, but at least if we get the ball rolling, so, okay, so a nice sign, and we should at least get some estimates on what it would cost to start putting that parking lot in. To get the trees taken down, the parking lot built,
with the rocks.
yep. Okay. And I'm trying to think, if it's under 10, if it's $10,000 or under, you don't need to get more than one quote.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yes, because I found that out for doing the
yep, the other one.
conservation works.
Yeah, that was 5,000 though, right?
I thought it was,
Because
I'll have to go back and look at the
you
email that
ended up,
Matt sent me.
it ended up being like 4,900 something.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of extra chum change in that, but
So it was
Matt had
5.
said that if
Yep,
a project quote is under a certain amount, you don't need to get more than one quote,
okay.
so.
Ask Matt.
Yeah, I may still have that in an old email, if I kept the emails.
I know it was under 5,000 for the conservation works,
Yes.
so which makes me think that's what it was, but. Yeah, so the Mazinski has a nice sign. I mean, the Maryland Doobie has a nice sign. So the Keevan property needs a nice sign.
Yes.
The, what else is there? There's the one on U Street has a nice sign, but there's 0 trails. And then just directional signs. Maybe different colored directional signs for different kinds of loops, like a red loop and a yellow loop and a blue loop or something, or do all their little ones come in one color only?
They're custom, so you can make any sign, anything that you want. Custom signs.
I mean, we could just get a bunch of yellow ones with an arrow that way, and you can flip it, or, you know.
I would wait to see what you need.
Right, you might as well get, if you need a dozen, or if you only need 6, or whatever.
Yeah, for right now, we know what we need for the Leon Mazinski, because I've got the
The number.
the
yep.
list for that.
Okay.
So get the signs for that, I'll find out what the price is. I think we may be able to use up the money that we already have. and I don't think it'll be all of it either. Then start on the Keven property with the big sign in the parking lot. In the parking lot, and get the trail in to the stone wall,
So we
through
want,
the stone wall.
we want to ask for additional money to be able to do that work.
Yes.
So,
So I think that's what we should ask for in the budget. Because that will
Yeah.
get this in, and then that will give us, because we've got to mark out the rest of the trails where we want them to go to finish exploring it. Some of that stuff we can do with volunteer work, clearing it, like especially on the other side, cutting it open and stuff like that. Then we'll get to where we're going to be needing bridges or some type of crossing. And that's a whole
Right.
different,
right.
it's like,
Or an access from Vine or whatever,
Right.
all that stuff is, but just get the money from town meeting first. And get
the
it
parking-
rolling
we
so
can
they
get
see
the
we're serious.
Parking that done, we can do the volunteer work on the inside of it to get to where we need to be the next step of, which would be like the bridges or another access or something or other like that. And signage, because then we'll have it, the trails marked in, especially on the other side of the brook. And then we'll know what we'll need for signage, for trail markers.
Yeah.
Have to name the loops and all that other good stuff. So, yeah, it'll work between the two, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then plus if we are evidently doing things at certain spots, others that might see it as an acceptable gift or whatever, easement or whatever.
Yep. Okay.
Cool. All right.
To me, one of the easily overlooked costs is the mounting of the sign. So we need to talk about each sign.
Right, digging, I mean, if it's a big sign, it needs holes and cement and everything else.
If you
Yep.
put it in the ground, yeah.
Yep.
If you don't put it in the ground, then
You know how you do that? Include that in with your quote for the parking lot. They've got to build a parking lot and the access, open up that access trail in there. Include that in there, that they dig the holes. Even if they just pre-dig it to get all the rocks out of there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody did that at somebody's barn. Yes, we did.
All right. Good.
Okay, good.
All right. Oh, the next one, yep. How was your ribbon cutting?
Excellent. We had like 26 people
Excellent.
that took a hike.
Yeah.
All the
And
way
it
down
wasn't the
there.
worst, best conditions or the best time of day.
It was nice out. It warmed up nice.
Yep.
It was a little slippery.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we had the ribbon cutting. I didn't realize that Representative McKenna, he actually collects pieces of all the ribbons from the ribbon cutting ceremonies as he attends, and he hangs them up in his office. He goes, "That's a nice ribbon. That's going to be the best looking ribbon that I have there." Because I just picked up some, like, Christmas. It was nice and wide with red on the top, red on the bottom, black, white background, and then it had the sparkled little round, like, looked like bulbs or something. So it looked really nice. I'm going to go for this.
Yeah.
So, and he had his son with him, his 3-year-old son.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So it was cute.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good pictures. I put Lee in charge of pictures and videos, so he did a great job with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
So it's officially open. I actually went on to Trail Forks. I went back out myself and GPS both of them separately, added it to Trail Forks, so it's
Yeah.
officially on the map now.
Excellent.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then you didn't make it to the school, they
Yes, I did.
canceled? Oh, really?
Yes, I did. I went to the December 4th meeting at the school
Okay.
board. So I had made up a packet for them that explained my two different hats, what we were doing, and, on the open space end of things, to eventually make another connector loop. So once we got through onto town-owned property, there's a trail that goes straight down to, by Wellman Pond and then up. And right by the stone wall, I want to cut through the property and make it a loop that way, so you could ride. ride,
Yeah.
hike, or walk, whatever, all the way up the top, and then come back down and make a big lollipop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I said they're going to show it to the athletic department if they
Wanna
want
use
to
it, yep.
consider using it for the cross-country
Yeah.
track, trail team, whatever, and
So it's open to everybody to use your, I mean, if I go out for a walk there, it's no
Oh, yeah.
big deal to cut through and everything. Yeah,
Oh.
cool.
no, we actually ran into somebody that, what was his name? He lives in town here. He's been doing a ton of hiking. His dog's name's Rocco. It's Golden Doodle. I remembered his dog's name. So he ran into us while we were out there doing some work, and he goes, "Where does this go?" I says, "It connects to the trails up behind the school." He goes, "You're kidding." He goes, "I hike up there all the time and was wondering how the heck I could get from there over to here." I says, "Your wish is granted."
Yes. Ta-da, do you want a piece of the ribbon?
Yeah. And so he was interested in what we were doing for open space and stuff like that. I said, I says, "You can come attend the open space committee meetings if you want,
Good.
or be on the trails committee." I said, "You should be mapping everything since you've walked everything." His goal was, it's like since COVID, he walked every single trail in the Douglas State Forest
Oh, jeez, yeah,
and then started all over again. And then he's expanded to all the other areas around, so he's
yeah,
quite knowledgeable about the trails.
yeah, that's great.
So, yeah, I was surprised at how many people were saying that they didn't know there was even trails behind the school. And I also mentioned to the school board, I said, when we get around to putting that, the other trail in, I said, this is a perfect project for the kids, for the community service. I says, they can learn, like, okay, this is how you go about, why do you want to lay out the trail this way and not that way? Erosion, all the other
Right.
kind of things. I said, yeah, I said, be more than happy if anybody wants to get involved in that to,
Yeah. Plus, when we were out there, we were like, you guys need a community garden out here and all this other stuff. Several years when we were out.
yeah.
No,
I don't know if
several,
they'll get
few.
that far, but.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, it's like you're opening a door, opening for them to make a bridge across over to Martin Road if so
Yep.
choosing themselves, Great. All right.
It was good outreach.
Yep, yep. I was thinking, I mean, did anyone from Conservation come?
No.
Yeah.
Two selectmen, Mike Fitzpatrick and Ross Smith were there.
Ross Smith isn't he Board of Selectmen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, so, yeah, not Conservation, yeah. Because I know that runs behind Depot and where Conservation people live, yeah. But, yep. Yeah, I had something at 11 that day in Spencer, so I couldn't make it. I was like,
That's
oh,
okay. Nope, that was good.
I wanted to go.
Actually, I got to see the girls' soccer team.
They were running.
Presented them,
Yeah.
because they won the state championships, and they presented each member on that team with a plaque with a picture of the whole team winning this, the state championship after they won, and then with their name and everything else on it. So they were, each one got, I thought that was really nice of the school to do that.
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
I was impressed. I was glad I was there to see that. It was kind of cool.
Yep. Yep. All right. Okay. Grants available. That's what Lisa was, I talked to her before when she called me to tell me that she couldn't make it to the meeting, and she was stressing a few points. Where did I put them? Oh, about the 25 Conservation Drive. But I'll interject that now. 25 Conservation Drive the draft has been deeded, so whatever that means. And it's going to, the whole thing will go before the Conservation Commission on the 16th of this month and the Board of Selectmen on the 26th of this month, which leaves 3 days for them to file it before the end of the year, which is what he wanted to do, the guy that gifted it to us, so. At least it's the end of this year, not the,
Yep.
so,
Oh, good.
yeah,
And another project to add.
yep. So, yep,
What was the Board of Selectmen date?
26th. And she wasn't 100% sure about that one.
Yep.
All And grants, okay, we need to get on the lookout for any grants. There was a whole review of them, so I'll look it over, the listing of them all that
Okay.
somebody sent. See whether they're matching or whatever.
Yeah, I know you got the Mass Trails grant that's due February 1st, but that's a 20% match, which can be in kind or whatever, but there's a match involved there.
They give you 80 and you have to only match 20, which just the labor alone can be.
It could be, yes, it could be labor match, but,
Or 125, yeah.
yeah, but that's a quick time for that coming.
Yeah, I've never written a grant in my life, so. Yeah,
No, I've written some before.
yeah. Lisa
Support
has?
letters, and that would have to go in through the town, so since it's going in through the town, it's going to have to
Yeah.
go through the chain to,
Yeah, it should be on the process already,
right.
right. Okay. Yep, so look those over, and that could be our brainstorm, looking over grants online to.
Well, I know there's a bunch that were eligible now because we have the open space and recreation plan through the state, but I'd have to go back on their site to go see what they are and
Read them thoroughly, yep, yep.
what's
So,
available.
Yep, well, everybody do that, and then we'll let each other know online or whatever. Anything, any old new business, items not anticipated within the last 48 hours? Lisa now has, I'd like to find a better time for us to meet so everybody could make it. I do like the daytime stuff, but she apparently has Historic Society meetings now at 1 o'clock on second Tuesday. And she recommended us getting together at noon instead. But I'd take suggestions from anyone. If her meeting starts at 1, she could be ready at 3. But,
I'd rather go the other way.
yeah, I sort of would too.
Lunchtime, I've got to feed the horse, take care of the animals, and feed myself.
So 10, even 11 or 10 in the morning?
7 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm like, we could probably
Yeah,
do them in the middle of the night with you.
Yeah, either 10 in the morning or like 3-ish in the afternoon. For right now, I'm okay with.
Yep. It's, gets dark at 3. But how about yourself? What do you
Could
think?
do either one of those.
Yeah. I don't mind having the mornings to pull it all together for 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Give it a shot.
All right. So the next meeting, January 14th,
14th.
2025, at 3 PM.
Sounds good. Keep everybody happy.
3 PM. Yes?
How many people know Ryan Hogan?
I couldn't pick him out of a crowd, but,
Brian Hogan? Brian Hogan heads a group called the Recreation Commission for the town of Douglas.
right.
So I said to him, we, Open Space, are running a lot of activities. Should we be working together? And here's his response. Currently, we do not run or organize any activities.
That's sad.
And there's a pickleball group that's We did everything but run over him during our setup. We kept interacting with him.
Yeah,
So he has no interest in whatever we're doing.
right. Yeah, I mean, when we did 2 years working on the open space and recreation plan and had zero input after many requests.
Right.
So, and the fields, you know, one of our recommendations are they're being used, but they're not, you know, great. So that's, Dick took the open space and recreation plan out of the library, a paper copy.
Yes, I did.
That's pretty cool.
And what I came up with was on every page, there is Open Space Commission, or Open Space Committee, or Open Space something. In other words, there are things that we,
Oh, for the list of things to do, the high priority, medium priority, low priority?
had no priority, but listed in the book. So there are things to be done,
Yes.
they're just sitting there. And my guess is if we don't start making an organized approach to getting them done, they will never be done. And we'll
Right.
get to review the booklet in how many years?
7, but actually 6 probably, because it was done like 2 days after it turned the year. But it was made, it's called the 2023 Open Space Committee Recreation Plan.
So I think we should start going through here and identify those items which
Yep.
we now consider high priority and just get them done. Find one, get it done. Find another, get it done.
Well, that's what we started to do with
Yeah.
the CPA.
Yes. We got that one done.
Yep. Next.
Priority.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we sat there and the woman who was helping us out with this was like, okay, let's see, who should be doing this? And we'd be like, highway department, or, you know, randomly picking. We could actually sort it and notify them that they have been selected to do this project, or that in the open space and recreation plan it is listed, and if they want to put this on their list of things to do, it's something that's been suggested.
There are things in here which require the highway department
Yep.
to help us. And I think we can get that to happen if we take it slowly. In other
Right.
words, we identify our first priority and say, that one's going to be done. I think
Right.
we can get one done, and then we get another one done. But I'm such a greenhorn here, I can't give you any priorities on anything.
You can. I would say, I mean, they're high priorities, they're listed there.
Yep.
You could make a chart.
Yeah, but there are probably 50 items here. And I
Took
can't
us 2
give,
years to come up with those.
I can't give you number 50 or number 1.
But just start with the high priority ones then.
Some of them are just not identified with any
Yeah,
priority.
yeah.
Well, one of
A
the
lot
things
of
that we talked about was the Leon Mazinski property for the highway department to keep the parking area brushed back and brushed back the side of the road, so there's a clear delineated path from the parking area over to the trail where it
Okay.
goes in. So there's an easy one to ask for. Do we have to have an official meeting with the highway department?
No, I think we could just send letters out just as follow-up to our open space recreation plan a year later. Did you know that it was done, and this is what it complies of, and,
Well, this is, no, say this is what's on the plan. We ask you to add this into your routine of things that you do around town,
yeah, I
to
think,
keep that, I
no, I
don't know,
think we need a meeting.
every other month to cut it back. Start with that one, because we're working on that property right now, so.
And I don't even know where the property is.
It's,
Minchog Road.
you know where you go up Mumford Street from town?
I actually don't know
Manchok
where
Street.
Mumford Street is. I know the general area.
Yeah, you're going towards Manchog. towards the Sutton Senior Center, right?
Yeah. That's North Street.
Oh, that's another one, yeah. Okay, one street west of that.
You're not
Going into the
helping.
village of Manchog, you're on your way to Valancourt, and you take a left at the fork just before the line onto Mumford
Yes.
Road.
Oh, is that Mumford? And that goes to Rydell.
Yeah, yep.
somewhere in there.
Yep. Yep. You just keep going on it, though.
What do you mean you keep going?
It eventually bows around and brings you back down into Manchog Village as well. But along there just before you get to Sutton, there's a right parking area, which is the area. Yeah, I got a map too. I could.
Yeah, just
The
see if I
Sutton
had my,
Senior Center parking lot?
No. We're on another road there, yeah.
Okay.
Forget that one.
yeah, I've got my
If I
home.
headed towards Mumford and took a left at Mumford Street, if I headed towards Main and took a left at Mumford Street, how would I know where the property is?
Hold on, I'm gonna. It's using, I think 96. What's it
There's-
on? Is it Mumford or Manchog Street?
I know, it's
Mumford.
Mumford, so it's 96 Mumford.
Manchog is the one, that little hill. I don't know what the name of that one is.
Oh, that was you? I'm saying, what's happening here?
Yeah, it's my map, it wasn't me.
Are you talking
Map.
about the Mozinski?
Yes,
Yeah, that's Mumford, right?
Is there a sign anywhere?
Yes.
yes.
Right, so you
Big wooden
pass
sign
Grove
that says
Street,
On Mozinski.
you
have
pass Grove Street, you pass Cross Street. Okay, yeah, this is,
That's the other thing we had to do on that property too, where we had walked through the woods to make the other trail.
we're over here, yep.
So,
Yeah, this is North Street, there's the senior
That'll be
center,
enough
but
to
we
keep
don't
us
want
busy.
that. We went over here. So,
Gilboa,
yep, Gilboa all the way,
and someplace it becomes Manchog.
right up here. So
No,
this,
someplace it becomes Manchog Street.
this is Manchog Street, yep. So it probably starts right at the corner of Cummings Court, maybe.
Manchog Street.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it starts at the back. No, it starts at the river probably, because Mechanic Street.
Gilboa stops right there, right at the
Yep.
triangle.
Okay. So it starts there, and then it goes left,
Mumford.
and this is the property.
Boxed in here. I assume all these are house
Yep,
lots.
yep, and this is also conservation. That's the Mary Lynn Doobie property. But this is an interesting one, is because we just got this little piece over here that kind of connects to this, which is town. This is a development, and we are getting a right-of-way through here. We could connect with this. Walk along the street, connect with this. Take the river down here, ride the river. That's what we try to do, is connect them all. So this is what comes out of the reservoir, this brook.
What's all the brown?
That's 61,
Oh,
yep,
this is big here.
yep, yep. That's Church Street. Evan Chesbro,
Church Street.
Church Street. Yeah, he's got a solar farm in there, and,
Goes to the town common, doesn't it?
yeah. Yeah, all behind there. And this is where the new fire station is gonna go up in here.
That new
Well,
fire station.
I mean, sorry, Highway Department. Yeah. Somewhere back there.
In the hole.
All right. Nap time. Where were we? There.
Okay.
All right. Next meeting, January 14th at
Yep, 3 PM.
3 PM. All right. All right. I make a motion to, I entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
2:49, I'll second that.
Second it. All in favor?
Aye.